Hello students, good morning. I am Prem Gupta, your English teacher. Dear students, in the previous classes we were discussing the English grammar chapter 17. The name of the topic is punctuation and capital letters. Dear students, there will be 5, that is the video for class 5. Dear students, today we will discuss the chapter 17, punctuation marks and capital letters. Dear students, in the previous classes we have already discussed the meaning of punctuation, and I have also told you the marks of punctuation. There are so many marks I have told you: full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, interrogative words, interrogation mark, exclamation mark, and hyphen, dash, and inverted comma. But students, we have to studied only 7 punctuation marks that is given in your book. Dear students, in the previous class we have already discussed full stop. We have read the use of full stop and you all have written already, and we have also read the use of comma, semicolon, and colon. These 4 punctuation marks we all have read in the previous class. Those who did not attend the previous class can watch the previous video at my YouTube channel. Dear students, in the previous class I have told you that where do we use the full stop. I have told you that we generally use full stop at the end of the assertive and imperative sentences. And I have also told you that we use full stop for abbreviation. Abbreviation means, I have told you students, short form. Abbreviation means short form. So students, I hope that you all are understood where do we use full stop. And we have also already discussed where do we use comma. I have told you that it represents shortest pause. Students, I have told you also that full stop denotes the longest pause. Full stop denotes the longest pause, but the comma denotes the shortest pause. Dear students, we have read the use of comma already. I have told you that to separate the words, to separate the group of words in the sentence. For example, I have told you America, China, Russia, and France have veto power. So when we will write this sentence, America, China, Russia, then we will put comma after America, after China, okay, to separate the words. And we have also seen that comma is also used to separate each pair of words connected with the and. As I have told you in the example, high and low, rich and poor, wise and foolish must all die. So we will put comma to separate the words, separate the parts, group of words that is connected by and. Okay students, and for detailed study you can go through the previous video. And I have also discussed already semicolon. The students, you all know the mark of semicolon. The students, it shows the greater pause than comma. ये क्या होता है, सेमीकोलन कामा से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा पाज होता है इसमें, ठीक है। फुल स्टॉप सबसे ज़्यादा पाज होते हैं, वहाँ पे ज़्यादा रुकते हैं। फिर सबसे कम कहाँ रुकते हैं, कामा पे रुकते हैं। सेमीकोलन में क्या होता है, कामा से थोड़ा ज़्यादा रुकते हैं, ठीक है। एंड वी हैव आल्सो डिस्कस इट इज़ यूज टू सेपरेट द सीरीज ऑफ शॉर्ट क्लॉजेस। यू ऑल हैव रिटन इट इज़ यूज टू separate the series of short clauses, as we generally find in the poem I laughed, I sang, I danced with the joy. So after I laughed we will use semicolon, I sang we will use semicolon, I danced with joy. Okay students, you all have written the example also in your notebook. You may go through. And we have also discussed colon. Colon, you all can see the marks of colon, that is marks, two dots, and it is used to mark up the direct quotation as we generally put in the narration. And in narration we put comma, then after double inverted comma, but sometimes we also use at the place of comma we use colon. Okay, it marks, it is, we use it to mark out the direct quotation, and sometimes we also use it to introduce a list of thing. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैंने बता दिया था पिछले क्लास में, शेक्सपियर्स 4 ट्रेजेडीज आर, इसके बाद क्या लगा देंगे, कोलन. देन आफ्टर वी विल डिस्कस हैमलेट, वी विल राइट हैमलेट, किंग लियर, मैकबेथ एंड ओथेलो. Okay students, so you may see the previous video also, and you may also, I think you all have written in your notebook, so you may also see in your copy. Okay students, so students, today we will discuss the next punctuation marks, that is question mark, apostrophe and inverted comma. These 7 punctuation marks that is given in your book that you have to read, although there are some more, dash, hyphen, okay, apostrophe, but it is not given in your book, so you need not to read, you need not to study that. Okay, you will study only these 7. These 7 means you can you will study full stop, comma, semicolon, colon, question mark, apostrophe and inverted comma. Okay students, and in this chapter we will also discuss capital letter. Okay, so come to the next point, that is question mark. Okay, just see what is question mark and where do we use it. You all have read the interrogative sentences, and in that sentences, at the end of that sentence we use question mark. Okay students, so you all know the sign of it. How do we make? You can see this is the sign of question mark, and it is used, we use question mark at the place of, at the end of the interrogative sentence. We use interrogative marks at the end of sentence. You can see the example also. Have you completed your work? You may see the sentence, and this is what, this is a kind of question, so at the end of the sentence we have put here question mark. Okay, so this is the use of question mark. We generally use question mark in interrogative, not generally, every time we use question mark at the end of the interrogative sentence, and this is the mark, it denotes that we are asking something. And in the next sentence you can see, where do you live, we can see this is also a question, so we can also put the question mark at the end of the sentence. Okay students, so you will write it in your copy, you have to write it in your notebook. The question mark is placed at the end of an interrogative sentence. Okay, you will also mention the example, have you completed your work, then after you will use the question mark. Where do you live, this is also a kind of question, so you will put the question mark at the end of the sentence. Okay students, so I hope that you all have understood the use of question mark. So students, come to the next point, that is exclamation marks. Dear students, you all know the sign of exclamation mark. In exclamatory sentence as well as in optative sentence, we already have used this mark, exclamation mark, and now we will see why do we use it. We use after the words or sentences which express any emotion or wish. We all know that exclamatory sentences are used to express the sudden feeling or emotion. So to express the sudden feeling or emotion or wish, Suppose that we are saying happy birthday. This is what? This is a kind of wish. May God help you. This is what? This is a kind of wish. Okay, so to denote, to express any emotion or wish, we use exclamation mark. Okay students, so you will write in your copy, exclamation mark is used after words or sentences which express any emotion or wish. Okay students, you will write these lines in your notebook. Exclamation mark is used after words or sentences which express any emotion or wish. Okay, example you can write. You can see the example. What a beautiful rain is. You can see this is feeling of surprise. So we will use the exclamation mark. Alas, he is no more. This is the feeling of sadness. So we will use the word, we will use what? Exclamation mark just after the word alas. Because alas is used to express the sorrowful feeling. Okay students, so you will write these sentences in your copy. You will write the meaning of exclamation mark is used after the words or sentences which express any emotion or wish. You will also write the example. What a beautiful rain is. Alas, he is no more. Okay students, so you will write it. And now come to the next punctuation marks, that is inverted comma. Dear students, you all know the use of inverted comma. We generally use it also in our daily life. Just see, we can see the inverted comma are used to set off the actual words used by the speaker. We generally use inverted comma to set off द एक्चुअल वर्ड्स यूज बाय द स्पीकर. स्पीकर क्या बोलता है उसकी उसी बात को एग्जैक्ट बोलने के लिए क्या करते हैं हम इन्वर्टेड कामा का यूज करते हैं. ठीक है, सो वी कैन सी द एग्जाम्पल आल्सो. टीचर सेड, व्हाट ही सेड, ऑनेस्टी इज द बेस्ट पॉलिसी. So this is the particular quotation that has been told by the teachers. Okay, so we will use inverted comma for the actual words, for the actual sentences that has been used by the speaker. Okay students, so you should keep in your mind that inverted comma are used, just see, inverted comma are used to set off एक्चुअल वर्ड्स यूज बाय द स्पीकर. यानी कि स्पीकर के से उसी बात को उसी तरह से रखने के लिए क्या करते हैं हम उसको इन्वर्टेड कामा में यूज करते हैं. एग्जाम्पल वी कैन सी, टीचर सेड ऑनेस्टी इज द बेस्ट पॉलिसी. वी हैव ऑलरेडी यूज्ड द इन्वर्टेड कामा टू कोट. इट इज आल्सो नोन एज कोटेशन मार्क. Dear students, we use the inverted comma to put a quotation. Okay, so you should keep in your mind it is used to set up the actual words used by the speaker. Okay students, I hope that you all have understood the use of inverted comma. Dear students, now put the heading capital letters. Dear students, in this chapter we have to also study about capital letter. Where do we use capital letters? Okay, that is also an important topic, capital letters. So we can see, where do we use capital letters? In the beginning of the sentence, you all know, in the beginning of the sentence, whenever we start a sentence, first letter must be written in capital letter. Okay, and the next rule you can see, in the beginning of each lines of the poem, whenever you will read the poems, you may find that each lines of the poem is written in what? In capital letter. Okay, so in third you can also see we also use capital letter for proper noun and proper adjective. Students, you proper noun, you all know that India is what? India is the name of a particular country. So India is what? India is proper noun. Mahatma Gandhi, your name is also a proper noun. Okay, And what is proper adjective? That is made from the proper nouns. You can see India is what? India is proper noun, but Indian is Indian is proper adjective. Okay, so for the proper noun and for proper adjective, we use capital letter. Okay, so you have to keep in your mind all these points where do we use capital letter. And you can also see in the first word of the direct quotation, as you have seen in the inverted comma. Whenever we use inverted comma, the first letter of the given sentence of the given words we will use in capital. Okay, so you write all these points in your notebook. Capital letters can be used in the beginning of the sentence, in the beginning of each line of the poem, in all proper nouns and proper adjectives, in the first word of the direct quotation. Okay, student, these 4 points you will write in your notebook, and these are the use of capital letter. Okay, and we can also see the example. You can see the example. He is a good boy. As I have told you in the first rule, that in the beginning of any sentence we use capital letter. So you can see here the first letter of this word he, H is what? H is written in capital letter because the sentence start with the word he, and the first letter of he will be in capital letter according to the rule. And in the second rule I have told you that beginning of the lines of any poem, know then thyself. This is the poem that has been composed by the this is the first line of the poem that is composed by Alexander Pope. So you can see, no, the first letter of the word no is written in capital letter. Know then thyself. Okay, and I have also told you for proper noun and proper adjective we use capital letter. Mohan is what? Mohan is the name of a particular boy. So M will be in capital letter. And Indian is what? Indian is proper adjective. As I have told you that India is proper noun, but Indian is proper adjective. So the word that we will write uh, either proper noun or proper adjective, the first letter of that given word will be in capital letter. Okay, come to the next example. We can see I have told you that quotational sentences, quotational first letter of quotational sentences will be also in capital letter, as you have seen in the rule. So what would be, you can see, he said sit down. Sit down is what? Quotational sentence. It is because it is written in inverted comma, so first letter we will write in capital letter. Okay, students, so you will also write these examples in your copy. First of all, you will write the uses. Where do we use capital letter? You will write all these points, all these 4 points in your copy. Then after, you will use the example. You will also write the example, he is a good boy, and you will highlight the letter H in the first example. In the second example, you will highlight the word, highlight the letters K, and in the third example you will highlight the letter M and I, and in the fourth example you will highlight the letter sit down, sit, S. Okay, students, I hope that you all have understood the use of capital letters and the punctuation marks that I have been taught to you. Okay, students, if you are getting any kind of problem, you may ask on WhatsApp. That's all for today. Thank you.